So I got a question from Officer J, and he wants to know, how can we deprogram all these Trump supporters? I will share with you my answer to Officer J. So I said, I think he's looking at things the wrong way. What is this guy doing with the Florida plates? Of course he's got Florida plates. He's like in the middle of two lanes. What are you doing? Anyway, I told him, listen, man, you're looking at it from the wrong angle. Leave the Trump supporters alone. Don't worry about deprogramming anybody, right? What you need to focus on is on actually doing what Trump scammed his voters into thinking that he's going to do. He talked about making America great again, right? What is this Florida tag doing? Lights green and he's sitting there. If you push to make America, well, since it's not a scam, you would be accurate and not say make America great, but make America greater, right? Make America the greatest that it could be. If you push to make America better and greater than it is, then you don't have to worry so much about Trump supporters, right? How do you get Trump supporters in the first place? How has Trump been able to be so successful in the first place? Well, you got a lot of people that are angry, justifiably angry, struggling to survive. And then you have a savage like Donald Trump and Elon Musk, who takes advantage of the poor and takes advantage of the suffering, and I'm going to save you, I'm going to fix everything, blah blah, right? That doesn't work when people are able to survive, when people can pay their rent, their mortgage, when they're not so afraid of paying for the groceries, either because the prices are lower or because their incomes match what is needed to pay for those groceries. Right? When people are living more comfortably, when there is less pain and suffering, you take away so much power from opportunists like Donald Trump. So focus on fixing things and making things better, rather than trying to convince the Trump supporters that your way is the right way. Lead by example, right? Also, to fix the kind of pain and suffering that a lot of Americans are suffering from, that would lead them to be victims of con artists like Donald Trump, requires drastic change, right? And that's one of the things that Donald Trump sold them on. He's going to change everything. He's going to fire everybody. He's not talking about around the edges, right? Forget about the fact that, he's scamming people. Put that aside. He's talking the talk. Drastic change. Fundamentally changing the way things are in this country. That is what the American people want, right? They just want it from an honest standpoint. They want someone to do these things actually to help the American people, actually to make their lives better, as opposed to someone who is just saying whatever they think is going to get them votes. So the little bit around the edges stuff is not going to cut it. If you're going to do a little bit around the edges and then you're going to go and do a victory lap and say, we passed the infrastructure bill and we did this act and this whatever, right? Those are good things. Not saying they're not good things, great accomplishments. However, they pale in comparison to what the American people need, right? We should not discount the value of these things that, were accomplished. Every bit helps. However, when you have a situation where people need drastic change, they need big things to happen, and you do in comparison small things, well, that's not going to cut it. So the guy that comes around and talks a big talk, he's going to get their attention and their votes. And we see how that turned out. So the simple answer is do better. Much, much better. It's going to be hard to convince people with your BS when they're living comfortably, right? Somebody like Donald Trump is going to be worthless, right? The MAGA movement will be worthless if you can get America to a place where the average person can live a comfortable life. Those are my thoughts. This is Debate Me Channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.